All right, guys, welcome back to class. Let's go ahead and bow in. Chair up. Kunye. We're gonna start off our warm-up with just some jumping jacks. So go ahead and start jumping, get warm. Not gonna do any number of counts, just do however many that you feel necessary. Just try to stay with me. You can go faster or you can go slower. Either way works. Just trying to get a little bit of blood flowing from our fingertips down to our toes. Good. Now what we're gonna do switching. So remember, we're gonna start all the way side. My chest is gonna face one way. I'm gonna turn and face the other way. Let's do this with a little bit of bounces. Right now you can have your hands loose. I'm not too worried about it. Just go ahead, switch when you see me switch. As soon as I start moving, try to switch a little bit faster than me. Make sure we're still turning all the way. We don't wanna stop halfway. We don't wanna do our half switches. All the way, full switch. Stay close to the ground. Don't jump up high when you do it. Stay close. All right, from here, keep bouncing, keep bouncing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do what's called a reverse switch. So, before I've been doing a forward switch, now I'm doing a reverse switch. So I look over my back shoulder and I turn all the way around. Keep bouncing and turn. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Try to go as soon as you see me going, try to go. Same thing as before, we don't want to jump up high. We want to stay low to the ground. Keep going, keep bouncing, keep bouncing. Remember, we're not bouncing forward and backwards, we're bouncing up and down. All the way. Make sure when you turn, your eyes lock on something. You're not just turning. Make sure you see something, and that's your target. That's what you look for as soon as you turn back around. Good. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do knee to opposite elbow. So I'm gonna bring it over just like this. I wanna go towards the outside of my elbow. I don't wanna hit on the inside. I wanna go right towards the outside. So the outside of my knee hits the outside of my elbow. So let's go ahead and let's get started with these. Start it off slow. Once you start to get the hang of it, you can start to pick up speed. Ideally, you're going to get it to the point where as soon as this one touches the ground, the other one is already going. So we're just carrying that momentum from one side to another. Good. From here, let's go ahead and put our arms out, do some trunk twists. I felt a pop. Hopefully you can get some. You can do it with your arms swinging if you'd like, or you can do it with your arms bent and add a little bit of power into that twist. Good. Hands on your hips. And let's do big hip circles. Go as far as you can, all the way on each side. Good. And now the other direction. Good. Feet a little bit farther apart, hip twist. Good. Socket stretch. Remember, we're gonna push down. I do like to do this with a bit of a bounce, so feel free to bounce too. If you feel more comfortable just holding it, that's fine, but we're trying to warm up a little bit, so bouncing is gonna help better when you warm up. Good, switch sides. Good. From here, feet together, and bounce. We're just going down trying to touch the ground and bounce right back up. We're not holding it yet. Just hit it and come right back up. Hit it and come up. That's going to be the whole goal of this. Try to start off, maybe getting your fingertips. Then maybe next time you'll get your knuckles. And then your palms. And then your elbows. Good luck with that one. A few more. We're just trying to warm up our hamstrings with this. You also might start feeling it in your lower back just a little bit. Good. Next one we're going to do, we're just going to hold the wall. And this is always one of my favorites. I usually like to incorporate it just to help get the top of your quads. Again, if you need to, you can pull it. Let's go ahead and let's change it up a little bit. Let's have it so we're kind of kicking it back, but we're still holding it with our hand. So as we kick it back, I want you to pull it in just a little bit as you kick it back. That way it's more dynamic rather than just a hold. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So here, and pull it in. As you kick it back, pull it in. Good. Keep going. Just a few more. Good. All right. So for this class, we're going to do a lot of roundhouse kicks. So we're going to do the entire kick, and we're going to do it in a few different ways. So for the first one, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with our right leg and back. Again, if you want to start with your left, you can. But I'm going to start with my right. We're going to do 20 on each side before we switch. What we're going to do is we're going to do our roundhouse kick, and we're going to drop it down in front, and we're going to step back. So we're going to do that 20 times on our right side, on my count. And set it down in front. Make sure you breathe with each one of these. Sit. Net. If you have a bag, you can kick at the bag. That's it. Yes, it. Is good? If not, just make sure you have a target you're looking at. Yero. Ahum. So kick, snap it back. Yo. Johanna. You'll do. You'll set. You'll net. You'll desert. You'll yes it. You'll ilgub. You'll yero. You'll ahum. Smooth. Good. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch. We're going to use our left leg. So again, it's the same thing. If you want to practice targeting, say if you're standing in the center of your room, you might kick at a picture frame and then you turn. And now there's something on that wall, maybe a clock. You kick at that. And you have this targeting, so you see where you're kicking at, and you kick right at that. That's going to help with your targeting and your aim on this. So if you want to change directions while you're doing this, it's no problem. Again, we're going to do 20, and we're going to set it down in front. I want a controlled set down, though. You don't see me kicking and just kind of flopping it down. I want a kick, bring it back, and then a controlled set down. Sit. Net. That's it. Yes, it. Is good. Hero. Ahop. Yul. Johanna. Yul. You'll set. You'll net. You'll dash it. You'll yes it. You'll ilgub. You'll hero. You'll aho. Smooth. Good. Now, the next one we're going to do is we're going to kick our roundhouse kick out, and we're going to bring it all the way back behind us. So I kick, I rechamber, and I pivot back behind me. Again, remember, when we pivot on the ball of our foot. Don't pivot on your heel. Pivot on the ball of the foot. So you can kick around for this roundhouse kick, or you can bring it up and then pivot for this roundhouse kick. Either way, that's up to you. But we're going to be kicking, rechambering, and setting it back down behind us. Set. Net. Yasan. Yasan. Ilgab. Yero. Ahum. Yul. Yohana. Yudul. You'll set. You'll net. You'll dasan. You'll yasan. Make sure you breathe with each kick. You'll good. You'll yero. Yahoo. Smooth. Switch feet. Again, like I said, this is a roundhouse kick orientated class. We are going to be doing a lot of roundhouse kicks. So hopefully you're feeling it just a little bit, getting a little bit of sweat going on. Same thing with our left leg now. Hane. Dul. Set. Net. Dasan. Yasan. Ilgab. Hero. Ahum. Yul. Yulhana. Yuldul. Yulset. Yulnet. Yuldasan. Yulyasan. Yulgab. Hero. Yahoo. Good. Good. Now what we're going to do, we're going to kick with our front leg, roundhouse kick, and we're going to drop it right back down in front. So it's a front leg roundhouse kick, drop down in front. You might have to pivot your back foot as you're doing this. Maybe you don't, but you probably should try to pivot just a little bit on that back foot as we do it so we can get a little bit of that hip motion into it. And same things apply. As we kick, snap it back, and then bring it back down in front of us in a controlled manner. We don't want to just flop it around. Control it as we do our kick. Same thing as before, we're going to do 20 on each leg. Again, feeling tired, try not to pause it. Try not to pause the class. I want you to work all the way through. If I'm going a little bit too fast and you can't make that 20, just try to push yourself with it. We're trying to get as many as we can. We're probably going to do maybe around 300 kicks this whole class. So it is quite a few kicks to do in a short amount of time. So again, front leg, roundhouse kick. Make sure we pivot our hip. So if you have to pivot, if you're not super flexible, you might have to pivot that bottom foot. Make sure we're doing that on the ball of the foot. On my count. Hane. Dul. Set. Net. Yasan. Yasan. Ilgab. Yero. Ahub. Yul. Yana. Yudul. Make sure you're still targeting. You'll set. You'll net. You'll dasan. You'll yasan. Look up. Up. Smooth. Good. Switch legs. Hopefully you're feeling it just a little bit, getting a little bit tired. I know I'm starting to sweat a little bit. I hope you are too. And it. Do. Try to aim for your head height or higher. Set. Net. Yes. Yes. Is good. Hero. Ahub. Yol. Johanna. Dol. You'll set. You'll net. You'll last. You'll last. You'll look up. You'll up. You'll up. Smooth. Good. Hands up. Take a breath. Get ready for our next one. Might be a little bit more challenging. So with this next one, what we're going to do is we're going to do a front leg roundhouse kick, and we're going to end with it in the back. And we'll step back forward again, and we'll do the same thing. So we lift up. Remember, when we're doing our front leg roundhouse kick, we do this by pushing the weight onto our back leg so that we can bring our knee up, kick, and now from here, we're going to bring it all the way back behind us. Ready? And in. And step back forward. Set. Net. That's it. Yes, it. Is good. Hero. Up. Yes. Johanna. You do it. You'll set. So when you're doing this, it might help is as you're bringing this back, you're using that as your momentum. That chamber back kind of has that momentum to bring you back. Instead of here, this is a good drill to be able to work on your pivoting. But if you're having a little bit of trouble with that pivoting, doing it that slow, as you kick and you bring this leg back into that chambered position, you use that momentum to bring it back behind you. You'll set. You'll net. You'll dash it. You'll yass it. You'll go. You'll get up. Yahoo. Smooth. Good. Now we're going to do the same thing onto the other leg. If you need to, take a breath in. Prepare for what we're doing. Remember, if you're having that trouble with the pivoting, use that foot. As it's kicking back, use that momentum to bring it back behind you. If you're not having that much trouble, I would like you to do it a little bit slower, honestly. So as you kick, boom, and then you force the pivot by turning your hips. That's going to help you later on if you're able to do that one. So I would like you doing that one, but if you're still having a little bit of trouble, use that momentum from that leg to kick yourself all the way back. Ready? And in. Do it. Set. Net. 여섯, 여섯, 일곱, 일곱, 아홉, 열. And be honest with you, if you have a bag to kick, it's going to make it a little bit easier for you. So even if you have a bag, I would recommend doing some of these without the bag, because as I have this bag and I'm kicking off of it, it makes it really easy for me to bring it all the way back. So to make it a little bit more difficult for yourself, you might be kicking it in the air. You should still kick some on the bag, but you should also kick some in the air, just so you have to use your body more, use your hips more, and really focus on that pivot. We got 10 more on this side. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 스물. Good job on that. Hands up, take a breath. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. All right, so now we're gonna do one more, and we're gonna be stepping. So we're gonna end up being kicking with our front leg. What we're gonna be doing is we're gonna step at a 45-degree angle. So 90 degrees, 45 degrees, right here. So we're moving forward at an angle. We step with our back leg. And as we do this step, I really want you to make sure that your foot is already partially pivoted. We're gonna make it easier for ourselves. Instead of stepping and my toes being straight forward, and I have to do this roundhouse kick and pivot, do a full pivot, that's just a little bit excessive. If you wanna do that to help practice your pivoting, by all means, go ahead and do that, make it harder on yourself. But in a real fighting scenario, I might use this one to close distance a little bit. So say Bob is right here. I can't reach him with my hands. I can't reach him with my feet. I don't want to just step in and be able to get hit by all of his weapons. I want to cut the angle as I do this. That way, maybe he's throwing a right-handed, he's throwing a cross, or maybe it's a hook, something from the right side. If I step off to his left, I'm cutting off that angle. He can't hit me with that power side. Most people's power sides are going to be on their left, or on their right. So we want to step to their left, which is essentially stepping to our right is the whole idea of this. So this one, I kind of would like you to have a bag. You can do this without a bag, but I feel like it's going to be a little bit more beneficial for you if you do have a, could be a kicking bag, could be any type of bag that you can kick. So again, we're stepping at our 45 as we kick, and then we come right back. So when you do this, drop it down, and you can bring it back behind you, however it is to reset. I'm not too focused on this portion of the reset because there's going to be so many different outcomes that could happen when we're actually fighting. I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about the entry at this point and the kick. So again, with the entry, step, your toes are already pivoted as you kick. And then we're just going to go ahead and reset. So we're going to be kicking with our front leg on this one. On my count. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 열, 열하나, 열둘, 열셋, 열넷, 열다섯, 열여섯, Heel good. Heel. Aho. Smooth. Now we're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna switch sides. So if you started with your left leg forward, go ahead and put your right leg forward, or vice versa. Again, same concept applies. I want to be stepping off at a 45-degree angle with this kick. Hane. 2. Set. Net. Yasun. Yasun. Is good. Hiro. Ahop. Yol. Yohana. Yodol. Yoset. Yonet. Yodasan. Yoyasan. Yoga. Yoyero. Yahub. Smooth. Good job on that. Good. Hands up again. Take a breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. In. And out. All right, guys. Now, the next one we're going to do, again, if you have a bag, this is probably going to help you out quite a bit more. But if you don't have a bag, that's fine. What we're going to do is we're going to start in a lunge position. We're going to start all the way down, just like this. So my knee's on the ground. My other foot, I want my heel right underneath my knee. Because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a roundhouse kick with my back leg from this position. So what that's going to force me to do is it's going to force me to come up, and it's like a quadricep extension. So we're extending our leg, and it's like we're doing our lunges, but now we're having that power, we're having that kick from it. So we're pushing off this. If you're having trouble with this, try to lean over this leg as you come up. Might help you out a little bit, but that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing 10 sets of those. Or not 10 sets of those, we're going to be doing 10 of those for 3 sets. You could do 10 sets if you'd like to do it after class. By all means, go ahead. So I'm going to start with my right leg first. So my right leg is in the back, my left leg's in the front. My count. And come right back down. Try to aim for the head. Set. Net. That's it. Yes. Is good. Hero. Ahop. Good. Good. Now we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna switch sides. We're doing the same thing. And make sure we pivot that foot as we come up. Good. Set. If you're having trouble with this, you can push on your hands or with your hands on your knee to help get that lift up for it. Try not to do that yet. We want to do that more in the later sets. Net. Yes. Yes. Is good. Yero. Ahop. Good. Good. Take a breath. We're going to go back to using our right leg. Same thing. And then. Good. Set. Net. Yes. Yes. Is good. Hero. Up. Good. Good. Switch sides. Ready? And it. Good. Set. Net. Yes. Yes. Is good. Hero. Up. Good. Good. Take a breath. Get ready. We got one more set left. Right leg back. And it. Good. Set. Net. Yes. Yes. Is good. Hero. Up. Good. Good. Last side. Get ready. I know I'm breathing hard. Hopefully you are too. Shouldn't be easy. And it. Good. Set. Net. Yes. Yes. Let's go. Hero. Up. Good. All right, take a breath. Breathe in. All right, guys, we're gonna move on to our cool down now. So that was the hardest part of class. We got a lot of kicks in today, a lot of roundhouse kicks, which is good. I hope you kept up with me. Hope you got all of them in. So what we're gonna do first, maybe you're feeling a little bit on the top of your leg. Let's go ahead and we're gonna get one more stretch in on the quads. I want you to hold this one. Don't bounce on this one. If you need to, remember, you can push that knee backwards, pull it out a little bit to change where it's stretching right on the top of your leg. Go ahead and switch sides. Make sure you breathe in, don't hold your breath. Good. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna stick one leg in front. So I'm gonna stick my left leg in front, and I'm gonna push my hip to the right side. I'm gonna be stretching right here. Hold it. Good. Now we're gonna do the same thing the other side. So we're gonna step in front with our right leg. We're gonna push our hip off to the side. Good. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead, let's lay down on the ground. We're going to bring, just like we did when we were standing, we're trying to stretch our quads. But on top of that, what we're gonna do, with this other leg, I want you to put it on top of your knee. As you bring this in towards your glutes, I want you to press down with this and push your hip forward. Don't allow L shape here. Push your hip forward. If anything, you want to be bowed a little bit and push down. This is going to help stretch your IT band. So from this side, I'm bowing back a little bit, bringing this in, and I'm using this foot in a downward motion like that on top of my leg to stretch my IT band. Let's hold it. Now let's go ahead, switch sides. We're gonna do the same thing. So I'm bowing my body, no L shapes. Put my foot on top and bring it down. Good. Now we're going to move on to the hurdler stretch. So we're going to have one foot in front. We're going to have our other leg, bring it back, raise up, split a little bit so that legs go farther apart, and rest down. We're going to drop our body towards our front leg. Towards the center. And now let's move a little bit farther into it, kind of split a little bit more, and towards the back. We want to be feeling this right here on the inside of our leg. Good. Let's go ahead and bring it back in. Other legs forward. Bring this one back. Again, from here, I want you to sit up on it and split so that it goes a little bit farther. Now drop your body towards your front leg. Make sure you're breathing. Don't hold your breath as you go down for these stretches. Make sure that you keep breathing. If you feel it's really tight, focus on it. Tell your body to loosen up some. Now we're going to go towards the center. Breathe, breathe. Don't hold your breath. And now turn towards the outside. If you feel like you can, go ahead, split a little bit farther, and turn all the way towards that back leg. Good. Now, let's go ahead and we're going to stand up. Feet apart, elbows on the inside. Keep your knees apart and drop your hips down. Try to relax your hips so that they sink down on their own. You shouldn't really be forcing this one. This one is going to be gravity. All you're doing is you're making sure that your knees don't come inside. So don't allow your knees to come in, and try to drop your hips down. Good. Hands on your hips. And let's have some circles. Good. Trip. Bow, Kanye. Good job on that class, guys. I know there's a lot of roundhouse kicks, but it's going to help you.